What's up, good people? Welcome to another episode of Howze That Book Review. This book, I gotta tell you, hands down, was one of my favorite books of all time. Meaning, I listened to the audiobook at least 6 times. That's a world record, folks. A world record has been made here in America. And the reason why is because every time I put it on, I get pumped up. It's like an instant pump up switch button or something. I just get fired up. Something that's being said in the book makes me feel unstoppable, which is actually one of the things that Tim Grover talks about in the book, being unstoppable. Actually going from good to great to unstoppable. So without further ado, let's jump into this book review. It's called Relentless, and it's written by an amazing personal training mental superhero, Tim Grover. Okay, so this book effectively explains the best way to succeed at anything based off 3 levels of competitors and breaks it down into different laws. Now, this book has unique concepts that help describe a path of being successful to your fullest extent. Now, first, I gotta say that Tim Grover, who's the author of this book, he trained some of the most phenomenal athletes of all times. Let's say Charles Barkley, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, the biggest name of all. Michael Jordan! Right, but watch how he started training Michael Jordan. This is how you know Tim Grover is a mental superhero. So Michael Jordan was a superstar. It was early in his career. Tim Grover was a nobody, literally just got out of school, a nobody. Michael Jordan was a superstar, but Michael Jordan was getting beat up by the Detroit Pistons, and the Chicago Bulls kept losing. Michael realized that his body was a little too frail to take that beating, but back in those days, they didn't really bulk up as athletes in the NBA because they were afraid that the extra muscle would throw off their shot. But Mike took a chance. He took a chance on Tim Grover. Tim convinced him that through the regimen that he would give Mike, not only would he gain strength, but he would gain speed and also have a longer career. Mike went with it. So that is actually the beginning of Tim Grover going from good to great to unstoppable in his own personal life. Okay, so Tim talks about there being 3 different types of people: coolers, closers, and cleaners. And so a cooler is someone who's careful, they wait to be told what to do, they watch to see what everyone else is doing and kind of follows the crowd. They are the mediators, not decision makers, unless they're forced to make a decision. They can handle certain things and certain amounts of pressure, but not too much. Those are the kind of people on a team that just kind of fit in, their role players, right? And those are the kind of people on the job, they just kind of show up, take out the trash, and do what they're told to do, but nothing really more. That's a cooler, all right? A closer is someone who can handle lots of pressure, right? They can get the job done, put in the right situation. Tell them what to do, and they can do it. Now, they seek attention and credit. If they do something, they want you to know they did it, okay? Hey guys, look at me, I did this. Somebody clap for me. Those are the kind of people that can do a lot of great, extraordinary things inside the box, but will never step outside the box. Don't ask them to step outside the box, because they can't. A closer on a team, they can hit the game-winning shot. Just don't expect them to hit the game-winning shot. A closer on the job, they can close the big deal, but just don't expect them to close the big deal. Then you have the cleaner. Now, a cleaner means never being satisfied. It means creating new goals every time you reach your personal best. If you're good, it means you won't stop until you're great. If you're great, that means you'll fight until you are unstoppable. Being a cleaner is all about focus, leadership, and determination. Grover challenges you to find that monster within yourself, that champion that never stops. As he says, quote unquote, do the work. There is no privilege greater than the pressure to excel, and no greater reward than earning the respect and fear of others who can only stand in awe of your results. Unquote. Grover's analysis of a cleaner is cutthroat and demanding, but in his opinion, that's what it takes to become the greatest of all times. And he has definitely trained some of the greatest of all times. Okay, so let me give you a few quick nuggets on how a cleaner operates. Okay, so 1, you keep pushing yourself harder when everyone else has had enough. You can't excel at anything until you first train your mind. You can't commit to excellence until your mind is ready to take you there. Teach the mind, train the body. Physical dominance will make you great, but mental dominance will make you unstoppable. Okay, 2, you get into a zone. You shut out everything else and control the uncontrollable. See, when you're in a zone, you don't think. You're on instinct. You just act. See, when we think, very often we overthink. You do too much thinking and you think yourself out of doing. Instinct. When you're in the zone, nothing around you exists. Just you and your laser focus on the target and goal. Emotions make you weak. There are no emotions in the zone. People might say, yes, but emotions get you fired up. No, emotions make you think. You are all instinct when you are in the zone. Okay? Number 3, you know exactly who you are. Now this is big. We were all born bad and taught to be good. Or in his words, born relentless, taught to relent. See, we were all born with natural instincts to survive. A baby knows that if it cries, it will get fed. Can you remember a time when you weren't being taught compliance and limitations? You weren't scrutinized by what you said or what you did? Don't take something simple and make it hard. Know who you are. Go after what you want. Okay, I'll give you one more. You make decisions, not suggestions. See, you know the answer while everyone else is still asking questions. Every minute, every hour, every day that you sit around trying to figure out what to do, someone else is already doing it. Make a choice. Be intentional. Choose to make a choice, or a choice will be made for you. See, most people don't want to make decisions. They make suggestions and wait to see what everyone else thinks. A cleaner decides and acts. Good things come to those who wait? Nah. Good things come to those who work, baby. So, that is my book review on Relentless. Tim Grover did an exceptional job. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to take your life or your business to the next level, you read this book, listen to the principles, and use the tactics for your strategy for success. Because every time I listen to this book, I get inspired to do better, to be great. Now, maybe it's because I know that Tim Grover helped Michael Jordan, who's the greatest of all times, become even greater. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Charles Barkley, they all say that Tim Grover is amazing. So anytime you have people vouching for you, obviously it means something. But then when you actually come through with the content that really is inspiring, I can see how we turn these guys' lives around. Because I'm getting turned around from a doggone audiobook. So if you want to become good, that's nice. If you want to become great, that's even better. But I vote you become unstoppable. Be relentless. Well, I hope you enjoyed another episode of Howze That Book Review.